All right, so we're going to talk about the straight hose roll today in class. I see you have the roster filled out. Um, we have one exit over here to on this wall, and if you have a fire alarm, it's going to be outside in the hallway. I'm Logan Ivy. I've been a firefighter for 18 years now, and it's good to talk about the straight hose roll, even though it may seem real simple, and it is. It's very easy, but it's easy and it's the most common hose roll for a reason. We use it for a number of reasons, to get water out, to get air out, to make loading hose more efficient, to store it, all sorts of reasons. So we're going to be talking more about it today. The things that we're going to go over, we want you to learn. Go over the purpose of the straight roll. We're going to let you demonstrate it, and then we want you to we're going to demonstrate it, and then we'll let you successfully perform it. Are there any questions? No? Okay. So it's super simple, like I was saying. One thing we want to keep in mind is the male end is going to be the end that we usually fold from, or always fold from, unless there's an issue. So these are the steps right here. We have the male end. We're going to fold it over onto itself and then keep rolling until you get to the end. You want to lay it flat, and if there's any bends that are coming out, we want to tamp it down with our foot lightly to make it all even. Now, one thing to remember is if there is out of service hose, if it's damaged, if we want to inspect it or it needs inspection for any reason, we're going to roll it the opposite way. We're going to put the male end out. We're going to start from the female end and roll it that way. That way we know that there's something that we need to look at with that hose. Now, other reasons we use the hose is we want to load it on, we roll it like this to load it on the apparatus, or we roll it like this and then we load a different hose load onto the apparatus, or we want to put it on the apparatus to return to the station and wash it, or like I said, if we ever want to store it on a hose rack. This is going to be your typical load that you use for that, or your typical roll. Now again, some things we want to think about. This is the most common hose roll, but it's that because it is the most used. It's very efficient, and I mean it's kind of obvious way that you're going to use the hose roll anyways. All right. So in summary, we talked about it being the most common hose roll. The straight roll has many uses that we went over, and keep those in mind. And then we're going to go out into the bay so that we can actually demonstrate it, and that y'all can take a part in that as well. Are there any questions? No? Hose demonstration for the straight roll. As you can see, it's laid flat. This might be after you walk it out and get the water out. You want to start on the male end and fold it over on itself, and then just keep rolling. There's two ways you can do it. You can walk it all the way down, or you can just pull it forward. So keep rolling it on itself. Ends at the female end, and then you want to lay it flat and make sure it's all even. Okay, so now that we've demonstrated it, the student is now going to perform it successfully.
All right, guys, so here I'm going to demonstrate a flat hose roll. We do this oftentimes after fires. We like to roll out water or even air, or sometimes if we have to go back to the station and decon the hoses, this is how we roll it to store it in the engine. The way way you want to start is you'll have the male side of the coupling out. That way you can protect that side. You start rolling it, so you can either pull as you roll, or you can walk with it. You can walk with it if you want, but sometimes this will hurt your back after a fire. You know, you're nice and sore, hopefully. But this is the easy way. Just squat down or get on a knee, just bring it in and roll the hose till you're done. All right, this is the end of the roll. Remember, you want your male end inside first if it's in service. If it's out of service, you want your female end inside and your male outside. And you can tell that hose is no longer in service.
Excellent. So what's the most common hose roll?
The most common hose roll is going to be the flat one. It's going to be the easiest, and
AKA straight.
AKA the straight roll.
I always call it flat too.
And then the
Thank
uses.
you. Yeah, you already pretty much covered the uses.
So the uses that we have is just loading it into the engine whenever we have to decon it after a fire, and then just storing it at the station. That way we have extra hoses ready to go.
Excellent. Any other questions?
Nope.
Now that we're back in here, we did that, we completed it. Great job. I'm going to hand out a review. We're going to go over the test, and then we'll be done for the day. So I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your hard work, and thanks for coming out.